A former RCMP intelligence official is slated to learn his fate today after being convicted of breaching Canada's secrets law. CTV National's Scott Hurst is live this morning with more on this. This is a case that got national attention for obvious reasons earlier this year or late last year. Scott, give us some background for people who may have forgotten kind of who Cameron Ortis is.
Well, Nick, sentencing is getting underway in just a short while at the top of the hour, so we're following that closely. 51-year-old Cameron Ortis found guilty of breaching Canada's secrets law. So we'll take you back a little bit as 51-year-old Ortis is facing now potentially decades behind bars. But let's take you back and explain why there's so much national security implication, not just here in Canada, but with some of our allies as well, particularly our Five Eyes allies, the National Intelligence Sharing Network. Ortis was found guilty of passing on information to a businessman selling encrypted phones to international money launderers. Now, Ortis led an RCMP operation which assembled and developed classified information on cyber criminals, terror cells, and transnational criminal networks, a position that entrusted him with some of the most sensitive information that the RCMP had access to at the time. He was found guilty of these charges in November. However, throughout all of this, Nick, he pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. As I mentioned, Crown is looking for somewhere between 22 to 26 years behind bars, so potentially more than 2 decades behind bars. However, the defense is saying that Ortis has no prior criminal record before this and basically exhausted all of his finances in his own defense and will always have that mark of this case and the conviction against him. So they're saying he shouldn't get anything more than the time he's already served leading up to the sentencing, which gets underway, as I mentioned, Nick, at the top of the hour. So we'll follow that closely.
Quite a disparity there between what the Crown's looking for in defense. Indeed. Okay, Scott Hurst, thanks for setting this up. We'll find out more in about half an hour's time. Appreciate this.
Thanks, Nick.